Okay, so my name is Simon Copsey. I'm the Assistant Director of ICT Operations at Waltham Forest. So I started with Waltham Forest about 6 years ago, and the department I'm in charge of was due to be outsourced. We weren't trusted at all. Now, over the past few years since I've been here, we've been able to deliver migration from the data centre to the cloud. We've also implemented lots of new systems, and we've totally changed the way our networking works, the way people work. So when the pandemic hit, we're in a situation where we were able to seamlessly allow thousands of people to work from home, where 6 years ago, I think only about 100 people could work from home at any one time. My team is now trusted, and I think we are well respected and we work well with our stakeholders. Now, personally, I enjoy doing the mentoring because I think it's an opportunity for somebody who, when you manage, it's not a straightforward relationship. You can't be totally honest, you are managing a person, whereas when you're a mentor, you can take a different approach, and you can probably be the manager you've always wanted to be in a safe space, and hopefully it'll make me a better manager as I go forward. But more importantly, my motivation is very much to help other people find what they wanted from their career. When I was younger, I really didn't know what I wanted, and my career meandered. And it's only in the last sort of 6-7 years that my career's progressed a lot. I feel I've wasted a lot of time, so I want to help people not make that same mistake. I think it's incredibly helpful. I think you could approach a situation like this where you just go in thinking, well, how hard can it be? We're just going to sit in a room and have a chat about your career. It's far more involved than that. You do need to understand what you're there for. The focus is obviously the mentee. It's about them, not about you as the mentor. So I've found that the context, the expectation that the training gave us, the objectives and the potential outcomes, but also, more importantly, the methodologies. I didn't realise that there were real methodologies for doing this, and we were given two methodologies, and I've used both in my approach to hopefully get the best of both worlds for the context and really for the mentee as well, so they know what the methodologies are too. So we, between us, work out works best for us together. My mentee, by their own admission, hadn't really thought too deeply about their career. They had a job, turned up, earned money, and then went home. So I've seen them change their approach. They've thought much more about who they are, what they want from work, understanding that work is actually a critical part of their life. We spend a third of our time at work, and a third of our time sleeping, and the other third doing things we want to do. So work matters, I think the mentee has understood that it's important as their free time, what they do with their work time. And they've grown. They've evaluated what they want. They've looked at their true north. They've looked at their objectives from work, what their own expectations are, what matters to them. Is it money? Is it career? Is it responsibility? Is it the actual thing they do on a day-by-day basis? Interestingly enough, they've now applied for a role full-time in the council, having been a contractor. And during that recruitment process, which I wasn't involved in, obviously I couldn't be, but I did see that the mentee thought about, why am I applying for this role? Why do I want it? And what am I going to get from it? And how am I going to contribute to it? And it wasn't just a case of, well, I'm working here now, I want to carry on working here. It was more than that. So I think it's already started to have an impact. It's a symbiotic relationship. The mentee obviously gets things from it, but you as a mentor get so much more. As I said before, if you're a manager, you have a structured relationship with your employee. But in the mentor and mentee, you can be far more, you can be really honest. You can be yourself safely. If you say something which they take objection to, you're not worried about saying it. And the same thing with the mentee. They can say, oh, I totally disagree with what you just said, Simon. And so it's more positive, it's more constructive. The other thing I take from it, I would like to think I've become a better manager, and I think more about my own team. When I'm talking to my mentee, I'm thinking, okay, my own team have those same thoughts and those same emotions, same feelings about their work, and we don't always talk about those. So I've learned that there are times to speak to my employees where I need to ask them similar questions, perhaps not in the same way, perhaps not with the same objectives, but I still need to ask them, because obviously they are the same as my mentee in many respects. And if I understand my mentee, I understand my staff better as well. So I think any manager should mentor. I think it's a standard development. It should be standard development for everybody. Don't even think about it, just do it. You learn so much about yourself, you learn stuff about the person you're working with, it'll help you learn about your staff, it'll make you a better manager, it'll make you a better person, to be perfectly honest. And also, I feel more positive about my own work because it's quite often when we come to work, we think about KPIs, we think about stats, we think about outcomes, we think about hours, how long you've been at your desk, I should be going home now, what time's somebody coming in. You think about all those things about delivery of work, and we often forget the person who's doing that work, and particularly in the pandemic when we've not been in the office and we've not really had proper contact with each other. Mentoring and speaking to the mentee, it opens all that up again. And I think that's a crucial thing for me, and I'd say that's a huge takeaway. And the thing you should think about when you want to do this is definitely think of it. It's not what you can do for somebody else; it's about what you do for yourself too.